you, and when I defang the Viper, trust me, ain't gonna come from nowhere. Jeff, I already put you out. I don't even know why you're out here right now. Keep on talking. Hey, do me a favor. Why don't you act like this is an AA meeting and you shut your mouth while I'm sharing with the group? And Mustafa, you out here, a boy among men. And I'm gonna tell you what, you got lucky at the Rumble, so I know you're gonna come out here and run your mouth about how bad you are. But let me give you a little bit of a reality check. You see, Mustafa, you said that my eyes don't lie. Well, your eyes don't lie either, because last week, they were closed real tight when I put your simple ass to sleep. And AJ, hey man, be honest with me. How's our old girl Wendy doing?
Welcome back to the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. It's me, and with me as always is Devin, and we are about to recap NXT Halloween Havoc and go through just all the matches. There were 5 matches as usual. Well, not as usual. This wasn't a takeover, but it might as well have been a takeover type show. And this show was special guest hosted by Shotzi Blackheart, putting in work. Just being all invested in her character. Spin the wheel, make a deal.
I don't do her justice doing those howls, man. She does the perfect howls. That is, if I can have like a sound clip of that, of her, I would love to have that, bro.
Yeah, man. She's invested. That's the one thing that I really love about her as a wrestler. Like, she takes on this character, she's created this character, and she's just it. Like, it doesn't feel like she's acting or she's trying to do something that's not her. Like, it feels like it's her. And I've been like, I follow her on IG, and just seeing her like day to day, she's like this. Like, this is just a part of her personality. Right. Like, if she could, she would roll around in a little tank if she wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she would. She loves tanks. She loves horror movies. So when I found out she was going to be the host for Halloween Havoc, I thought this was the perfect spot for her, the perfect limelight for her to showcase her personality, and it flourished. It definitely flourished in this limelight, man, for Halloween Havoc.
Yeah. So with all the matches that happened, with all the great things that happened, like, definitely I'm just going to say this up front. Shotzi Blackheart was the MVP of this show. Just
say that again. Say that one more time.
Shotzi Blackheart was the MVP of this show.
Yes.
She was awesome from beginning to end. Yes. Halloween Havoc, that is her pay-per-view going forward. Like, they want to do it again, she has to be there in some form of fashion, hosting or, just wrestling and having some, championship matchup, something like that. But this is her show now. So, yeah, man. And what do you think of NXT adopting, another former WCW pay-per-view? Because they did the Great American Bash, they did that over the summer. Now it's Halloween Havoc. Like, how do you feel about them taking on some of these older? Because I know there's the business side of it too, where they have to use it in order to keep that. And I know that AEW is trying to get their hands on some of these as well. But
they are.
Like, what are your thoughts on this?
I really don't care either or, because they're knocking it out of the park. As long as they knock it out of the park, I just don't give a damn. If they knock it out of the park with American Bash, then fine. If they knock it out of the park with Halloween Havoc, which they did, I'm fine with it, man. Just if they want to reuse and bring some of these out of the attic, I'm fine with that, man.
Yeah, it's interesting because it kind of gives. So, one, it's paying homage to WCW back in the day. It's giving that kind of some life to be reborn through NXT. So that's kind of interesting, like almost WCW, like a soft revival of that brand in a way. And NXT being, to me, I mean, my favorite, show of all the shows going on. I mean, AEW is always fast climbing. SmackDown. We'll talk about SmackDown here in a little bit, but NXT just, having it, I don't know. It's just cool for them to have their own pay-per-views and to have it, again, it's not a pay-per-view, but to have, the Halloween Havocs, the Great American Bashes, we can throw some other ones out there and give that to NXT too. And, I feel like that is kind of almost creating an identity for NXT where they are in a way becoming their own brand in a roundabout way, I just think that I'm still hoping, maybe hoping against hope here that NXT can be seen as a third brand, but also too, it's almost, if they're giving them their own pay-per-views altogether, kind of like back in the day when Raw had their own pay-per-views, SmackDown had their own pay-per-views, right? And they were doing that. If NXT, is going to have their own branded shows that Raw and SmackDown are a part of, and they can maybe grow some popularity, maybe organically this helps NXT to establish itself as like a real third brand. I don't know. How do you see it from that standpoint? Like things like this, giving them the WCW branded pay-per-view names for their shows, does that help them establish themselves as a third brand?
I could see some backlash, Yeah, it can help because they're using some of these popular names, Halloween Havoc, to get some of that exposure, which they need because they're getting dominated by AEW. So right. I can see the reasons why they're using some of these old titles from the WCW back in the day, Treasure Chest, and which I'm fine with that, man. So I don't see a I do see a backlash from the AEW side, but from for fans like us, like fans like that enjoy, I just don't see that, man.
Okay. I mean, again, for me, I just think that it's interesting, and I'd like to see more like, hey, let's do Starrcade, NXT Starrcade. Let's just see what that looks like, and treat
even
that
though
like
WWE
a bigger thing.
Use it for their live show though. The main.
Wait, say that again?
WWE, the main roster, they use that though. They already use that for their network exclusive shows, pay-per-view. Did you know that Starrcade?
They did. That's right.
Didn't they use it last year around this time?
Oh, I don't remember what time period, but yeah, I remember that they did use that. But I guess I'm just thinking it would be cool to do that again and have a couple more shows that would have that branding. And Starrcade, I remember for WCW, that was one of their big shows. I mean, it wasn't WrestleMania necessarily, but that was like, and in a way, it's kind of trolling WCW still from Vince to say, hey, we're going to use this for one of our like regular, shows or whatever. But you just can't let WCW just go. Like WCW fans, eat that one, I guess is what he's saying. But for me, I just think that given that to NXT, and to have like a takeover maybe be branded with one of these, I think it's interesting. I don't even know if I'm like totally in support of, hey, let's do this and have, because takeover, it's simple and we get it and it's like, all right, let's just call them all takeovers. It's fine. But I don't know.
Speaking of takeover,
takeover,
do you think Halloween Havoc should have been a takeover, or just should have been an NXT network pay-per-view instead of just being on TV? Because with me, I felt that was the only thing. That was like my only gripe, that it was on television. Like commercials kind of just sometimes killed it. Yeah, they had the picture-in-picture, but still, man, it's not the same. You got this. You can mute it and try to block that out, but still, it's not the same because it's on mute. It's not that you don't hear the sound and none of the engagement or nothing like that, man.
Yeah. So as I was watching it, sometimes I forgot it was on network television. Sometimes I just was like, it was a shock to me when they would go on commercial. I was like, oh, that's right. I am watching this on, on USA. Like, because I have everything DVR'd and I'm watching it after the fact. And I just hit play and I'm watching it and I'm like, a picture in picture. Like, it took my brain a second. And right. With they did the set, they had the whole, they had live performances, which we'll get into as well, for entrances. It felt like a takeover. They had 5 matches like they typically do, but it just wasn't on the network. It wasn't on pay-per-view, which I get to your point. Yeah, I think that was one miss for this for sure is, you had, especially, you have Shotzi doing the whole hosting thing and, killing it with that. Like, this definitely had all the elements for a takeover. So, just go ahead and make it, October's takeover, call it Halloween Havoc, NXT takeover Halloween Havoc, and just have that be the whole thing.
That's perfect.
Yeah, just do it. You know, that was a missed opportunity for sure. And we could have gotten more, more of Shotzi versus having going to commercial, more of the matches, and just letting it all breathe a little bit more. So yeah, I hear you. I'm with you there. I think that was a missed opportunity for sure, not having it be a takeover. But yeah, man. So let's get into this because I kind of alluded to a couple things, so I kind of want to just jump right in. Cool. The first matchup, we had Damien Priest versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT North American Championship. Now, a couple things. One is I'm wearing a shirt here.
There
Johnny
you go.
Champion.
Yeah.
So my guy Johnny,
Who bought that shirt? Who bought that shirt, sir?
Well, and why did so there's background here, but it's probably better if you tell it because I'm forgetting. Was this related to the whole Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano?
It was the first Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano debate, and we betted a shirt, we bet a wrestling shirt.
Yeah.
If Adam Cole wins, you buy me a wrestling shirt. If Johnny Gargano wins, I buy you a wrestling shirt. And when he won, you wanted Johnny Champion shirt, and I was utterly disgusted getting that shirt.
Yes, and I was thoroughly happy getting this shirt. Johnny Champion. And he is once again Johnny Champion. Man, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, Johnny Halloween Havoc, however you want to call him. The man did it. He pulled it off. He won the championship. I wasn't sure because, again, with Shotzi Blackheart being, spin the wheel, make a deal. I'm like, oh, they're getting screwed. Like the Garganos are getting screwed. There's no way this isn't going to happen. And we didn't do predictions for this, but I don't know which way I would have swung for this. I might have just said both of the Garganos again because I'm like, man, they're going to do these rematches. Like I want to root for them. So screw it. I'm going to do it one more time. Let me go with both of them again. That's probably the way I would have went. But yeah, man. And another thing too. So Damien Priest's entrance, awesome.
Yeah,
awesome entrance. And I was like, oh, Johnny's not winning this. Come on, man. They brought out the guitarist. He's got the guitar by his head. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is, and you got Priest headbanging, the ropes.
Going with the beat, bro. He was like, oh, shit.
Like, wow, this is too much energy, man. This energy, I don't know. And then Johnny, though, came out Nightmare Before Christmas. The big pumpkin, which that pumpkin, I don't know. It kind of looked a little hokey. I'm not going to lie. I was looking at him like, where did that pumpkin come from? Like, I don't know about this. And Johnny took out switchblade, whatever it was, cut the pumpkin right in half, a la Bailey, cutting her Bailey buddies up, but it went one slip, cut out and deflated it. Now it's just being like, oh, Johnny, a Crenshaw. Johnny's like, yeah, this is my world. This is my ring. Get this out of here. Went right to the ring, all about business. They had a great match, 21 minutes and 5 seconds officially. They tore it up. And, hey, Damien Priest looked great, man. What's that?
I said they put in work, bro.
They sure did. They sure did. I mean, Damien Priest looked great. He looked awesome. He looked like the North American champion. He looked like a champion in this matchup, man. I just kept telling myself, like, why? I don't know. I don't know, man. I think Damien Priest. Come on, Johnny, find a way.
Yeah, there was times that I thought, Damien. I'm like, yeah, Damien Priest got this. There's no way Johnny. I can see this now. Got the badass entrance and the way that was closing towards the finish. I'm like, okay, yeah, this looks like it. But we had
special guest appearance.
Yeah, we had a special appearance.
A celebrity appearance. The villain from Scream showed up. What's your like scary movies?
What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh man. And so they just literally that, if you did not see it, there was, the villain from Scream basically showed up and metal pipe in hand hit Damien Priest. Then Johnny Gargano did a sick tornado DDT off of the wheel, the spin the wheel, make a deal wheel itself. And then after that, what was it? A super kick that what did he do? Because he hit him with a tombstone, actual like a headstone. He hit him with that, just smashed that, crumbled into pieces.
Right. It crumbled. I was like, damn,
dust, just pure dust. So not just gone. You got Johnny Gargano crawling over to make the pin. 1, 2, 3. Your new NXT North American champion, Johnny Gargano, wins the matchup. Damien Priest looked great, though, in the whole thing, man. Nothing to be ashamed of on his side.
Superstar.
Yeah.
He lost in a strong way. I can't get mad at that, man.
Yeah. It was a good loss. It helps both guys here.
First ever two-time champion, man. North American two-time champion. First ever.
First ever. Johnny Champion is back. Man, yeah, it was great, man. It was great. I don't know. There was one other thing I wanted to say. Did you get, and I'm just going to say this, did you get Shinsuke Nakamura vibes from Damien Priest in terms of them making him like a rock star? Like, because there was something about it, like seeing him in the ring and doing that and then having the guitarist, like Shinsuke would have the violinist. I don't know. I just for a split. And the coat, too, he had like that.
Yeah, I was just about to say,
coat.
man, it was like a shredded, something similar to maybe Shinsuke will wear, man. So you're right on that.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I see what you're doing here. I mean, it may not have been intentional, but, I definitely had some Shinsuke vibes from that. But yeah, man, just overall great matchup. And yeah, Johnny Gargano, we'll see where he goes from here. But there was a part 2 of this prophecy. We will get into that. That was the main event. But let's go through the rest of this card here. We had Santos Escobar versus Jake Atlas. It was a hard-hitting matchup, but it was a really short matchup.
Barely
Nothing
3.5 minutes.
This one I can't say was match of the night. I'm not going to do that with this one. That's not going to happen.
Don't do that.
Legado de Fantasma, they, used the numbers game a little bit on Jake Atlas.
I like how they came out, man. Festival of the Dead.
Oh, I like the look.
Yeah,
I definitely like the look.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. And then the Rey Mysterio homage too, with the purple attire from, I believe it was Halloween Havoc.
It was.
When him and Eddie Guerrero wrestled. And that's where that was from. So that was pretty cool. But man, just, it was a short matchup. They went out there and kind of filled the short time slot, but Santos ended up winning, took care of business. I think at this point we just move on. And oh my God, by the way, did you see Jordan Devlin's promo regarding the NXT Cruiserweight Championship?
No, I wish I had. But from your facial expression, go ahead and break it down for me, sir.
Oh my God, this man put them all on notice. He had a graphic, so he was saying, it sucks everything that happened in the world and everything. And I'm watching TV and I see they're doing this tournament to crown a number 1 contender. And then they said, okay, this is the interim champion. Then he looks at the camera because he's talking to someone. Then he looks at the camera. Don't think I didn't notice the branding change. And you see it go from interim to NXT a cruiserweight champion, that they just dropped the interim and all of a sudden now this person is the NXT champion. He said, whoever wants this championship better come down here and come take it from me. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm not any property of no performance center. I am the best wrestler on the planet. And there ain't nothing anybody can tell me different. I am the true champion. That prop you guys are wearing over there, propping up over there, you can do whatever you want with that. You want to see the real champion? Come find me. Come see me. I am paraphrasing at this point. Anyone that saw it, but that was the vibe that I got. I'm watching this like, Jordan Devlin, my heart. Okay. Like, I was all in. I'm like, this promo, dude, you have to watch this promo. It was sick.
I will.
It was sick. I really loved when he said, don't think I didn't see the branding change on this. And they literally showed it say NXT interim cruiserweight champion, and then the interim disappeared. And he's just like, okay.
Like, that's how y'all feel, huh? Okay.
That's how y'all, okay. All right. Oh, man. He was like this close to cursing a couple times. I'm like, oh, wow. That's all he needed to do to take it to that next level. Be like, y'all.
So is Jordan going to hop across the pond, or Santos will hop across the pond? What's going to go? What's going to happen?
Santos needs to have a rebuttal, because Jordan Devlin just made a case for me. This is a paper championship at this point.
From your perspective, man, I can't do nothing but respect. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, Santos, you need a rebuttal. You need a rebuttal.
Yeah.
Nah.
He's like, I've never been pinned. I've never been submitted. You got someone over there saying they're champion? You can't argue anything he's saying. I'm like, these are facts.
Yeah. He comes from that Finn Balor breed too. He was trained under him too, so I can imagine just how he's delivering it too, man.
Dude. And the way they produced it and everything too, and they were showing Jordan Devlin, and you just, it's like footage of him just being a badass and him saying he's the best wrestler on the planet, and then him saying all this and telling people, because they were showing Santos and Swerve with the property of the Performance Center, and he's saying, "I'm the property of nobody." And I was like, "Oh, what?" Because it made them all look like they're trainees, and he's saying, "I'm the real deal." And I'm like, "Wow, this guy."
Y'all just the imitations. Just imitation champions.
Yeah, man. Oh, my God.
Fabricated. Wow. I'm ready for that. Yeah.
So this right here, I everything I said about, Santos versus Swerve, after hearing Jordan, I'm like, I'm sorry, Jordan. I apologize. You're right, bro. Like, that's a paper championship they're fighting over right now. They have to go and see you and take that. They got to pin or submit the champ.
They do.
Wow.
You know what? Santos should. You know what? Jordan don't need to hop over. Santos should hop over. He should go fly over, show like a clip, hopping in his jet plane, private plane with his crew. Go over there, pin this man, have a classic
Dude,
match.
if he does that.
Right. Pin that man, come back, then you can talk all the smack you want to, bro.
It'd be amazing if he said nothing. He just says nothing. He just does what you just said, though. Just say nothing, hop on a plane, have a great match with him, beat him, fly back, and just be like, yeah, now what?
Now what? Right, that's my rebuttal. That's my rebuttal right there. Right. He take his championship belt too. Shit, I rock both of them.
Right?
Yes.
Oh man. Yeah, man. I want to see it. Yes. Jordan Devlin, Santos Escobar. Let's make this happen. This needs to happen. All these other matches that Santos is going to have aren't going to matter. They're not going to count. They're not canon. We need the match. We need Jordan versus Santos. Make it happen. William Regal, Mr. Regal, sir, please make it happen.
He's going to make it happen. You know how smooth. He'll come in there real smooth, He'll make that happen. Like more games is coming.
Dude, Jordan Devlin, too. It was Regal that made this tournament that happened, too. And Jordan Devlin, he put Regal on there. He's like, yo, yeah, I saw Mr. Regal in that announcement, what he said and everything. Like, he called him out, too. I was like...
Regal was smoothing over because Jordan, he pointed out the facts. He made elegant points. And usually when you come out and point facts,
can't argue it.
William Regal's not going to argue against facts. He was just like, okay, I'll make the match.
Yeah. Dude, it's great. It's great. All right, man. Let's move on. So, that to me was the highlight of the week for the Cruiserweight division for sure. I mean, I just love that. Definitely check that out. NXT UK, they got some great stuff going on right now.
I got to watch a match everybody been talking about, that Walter and
same.
Gargano?
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard some great things, man. I'm excited to see that match.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to hear what you got to say about this next one here. Cinematic wrestling makes its return.
It came back.
We can't kill it.
No.
Just when you think it's dead, it's not. Haunted House of Terror match.
Oh man,
this happened. Cinematic at a house. This is definitely not the same house that Undertaker blew up at WrestleMania.
It wasn't.
So it's not Bray Wyatt's house that Randy Orton burned down to the ground. But
posing.
Right. It's not that. Well, hey, we got another haunted house. This one belonging to Dexter Lumis and his sisters. Maybe.
Yeah, Dexter Lumis. Yeah, I guess.
That's what they
got sisters.
I guess so. That's what Cameron Grimes was saying. Oh, his sister. Okay, thought he was getting smooth, but we'll get to
he
that.
took off the vest. You're like, well, go ahead and make room for Cameron Grimes.
I was like, I'm down to get a little grimy. He said something like that. Yeah. What? I'm about to get a little grimy.
Oh man,
okay.
Bro. Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, haunted. I can't even say it. Haunted House of Terror match. I didn't know what to expect from this, and then they kind of did the little effect, and I was just like, oh, this is what we're doing. Okay. So what were your thoughts on this event?
You know what? I was actually entertained by it because of Cameron Grimes and Dexter. When you have the right characters and they play their part right, you can make chicken, shit out of you know the statement. You know? And that's what they did, man. Cameron Grimes, I love the beginning because he was just scared of shit. He found out where he was going. William Regal. He was creepy but smooth at the same time. He just came over to Cameron Grimes. Just come and follow me this way, sir. It's like, where we going? I want to go. It's like, this way. Just come follow me. I was like, oh man, he's great. But Cameron Grimes, he comes in the house scared as hell. Dexter, he's shaking. He's like, yeah. It's like, you better be ready for Cameron Grimes. Just trying to sound all confident.
Oh, man.
And then Dexter, too, man. Him just looking all creepy. All he has to do is just, stand by a window and just look creepy, and that's it. That's what he did.
Oh,
I love the enhanced, I guess, the enhanced aesthetics of his sisters, Mm-hmm. That was cool. The whole contortionist. Yeah, man. They was all moving all, creepy and, and all of that, and caught Cameron Grimes off guard when he thought he was about to, get all ready to get some in the shower, I guess. Have some fun in the shower with Dexter Lumis' sister.
I don't know what he was thinking there, man.
Oh, man, you in a haunted house. And then you got, bro, for real,
there's so many things wrong with that. You okay? So his sister is actually in there taking a shower, and you're just gonna join her? Really? That first of all,
in a nasty ass,
yes, it's a haunted house.
In a haunted, nasty ass house. It's dirty as hell. Stains everywhere. Bathroom look like shit. And then you're gonna take your vest off. You want to tell her, move over. For Cameron Grimes.
It's time to get grimy. Really? Man.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Dude, man. Yeah, he's probably the perfect person, though, to be terrified in a situation like that, because he's just so obnoxious, and you kind of like, he makes you just anticipate like, oh, he's gonna get destroyed. I'm excited to see, all the crazy shit that's about to happen to him. So definitely, I thought that even though cinematic wrestling, it's hit or miss. This one here, it was entertaining. That's probably the best way you could put it. It's not a match, even though they ended up in the ring, which I don't know. That part, I felt like I was less interested in that than I was in the cinematic stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's something too about the zombies with Dexter Lumis that never really felt like his aesthetic. Like someone like, I don't know, like even, I don't know who really even fits that. Maybe the Undertaker to a certain point, the dead man, you could say. But there was something like, this is really Dexter Lumis. The Boogeyman, maybe, yeah. Someone more demonic, would feel like, okay, they fit that. So it felt not really Dexter Lumis. Like Dexter Lumis has a different kind of...
Yeah, it's more like the Dexter TV show. Look how he dressed. It's like Dexter. When you think about it, on the Dexter TV show, he got the same look of the sweater with the gloves, and it's more of that killer, murder energy vibe he puts off, man.
Right. So yeah, that was that. It kind of, there's a little bit of a clash there where it didn't completely fit. I don't know. I think of like this is maybe a little bit tamer than that, but like American Psycho with Christian Bale. Like that character, he's very like clean cut and everything's perfect. And like Dexter Lumis, when he comes out, his hair is perfect. He's like a big buff guy. And he's even though he's like creepy, but he's very clean. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's like pristine. Like he looks like a serial killer. Like I can see that. Like that makes sense. And just I don't know. I feel like that house should have been perfectly clean and like taken care of, but yet it's like these secret rooms where he does his killing or whatever.
She has like a whole bunch of plastic sheets on the floor or something like this.
Yes,
the camera guy's like, what's all this for?
Yeah. Like you think you're in this perfect home, you know, and let's say there's you know, a woman there, it's his sister, his wife or whatever, and she's all clean and done up, but then you find out, nah, she's just as crazy as him. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those things. Like it would have been a little bit more Cameron Grimes, or not Cameron Grimes, Dexter Lumis. But it's okay. It's Halloween. They were just having their fun, so it is what it is.
Hopefully, they're not going down this supernatural way
for him, right?
Yeah.
Because it won't work.
He has zombie powers now. He can summon zombies, his zombie sisters, or something like that.
That's not. Yeah, no. That's I don't want that long term. One time, go ahead and have your fun. Halloween Havoc, cool. After this, if we start seeing his sister hanging around and rolling around his body again like that, I don't know. Vince is gonna destroy this. Like, this is not gonna work. Hopefully they don't keep going with that. Before we move on to the next match, I would be remiss if I didn't skip what's going on my screen right now. This Pat McAfee segment that just happened. That happened on Halloween Havoc, that was in between all of this that we were talking about just now.
I was on cloud nine right now, bro. You just had to bring up this man's name. I'm
sorry.
Enjoying this podcast, enjoying the conversation between me and you.
He's here, man. We got to talk about him, Pat McAfee. And I mean, it's not really, I guess the story here really isn't Pat McAfee. It's the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne, making his return. First of all, he looked like $1 million. The man has been working out, and he's like ripped,
shredded, bro.
Yes, I was like, "Whoa, Pete Dunne, you okay?" Like I'm getting this motherfucking championship again. That's what he's telling us right now. Like, I want this title. Like, that's the way to get it right there. So, you know, I'm happy for him and just getting himself in shape. But then, you know, it comes out and it's him and Kyle O'Reilly, you know, about to, and that was a weird visual. I'm like, why is Pete Dunne handing Kyle O'Reilly a chair like he's pro Undisputed? Him and Undisputed Era have been going at it forever. Like, I'm not buying this. So it just felt out of place. But I'm like, let's see where they go with this. And I'm sitting here, I'm staring at the screen. I'm like, oh, no, here it comes. This is taking too long. This face-off, this was like Finn Balor when he was there with Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Same thing. This the exact same scenario. Yeah. And so then he hits him with Pete Dunne hits Kyle O'Reilly with the chair, and you're like, oh, there it goes, and just stomping him, grabbed his arms, stomping on his face. Yeah, man. I'm excited. Like, if you could just somehow take Pat McAfee out of this group and have Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan, and Danny Burch be this trio, this would be amazing. It would be great,
man. It's that's what ruined it for me. It's the Pat McAfee edition. Like, he came out when the whole, you know, mystery, you know, wrestler came out in a mask. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Oh, man.
I'm like, no.
Yes.
No. Why?
He's back.
Oh, man.
That's Halloween.
Supposed to go away.
Happy Halloween.
He came out with that stupid promo. You know, talking about Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland said he wanted a Mercedes. Guess what? I got him a Mercedes.
That promo was shit, man. I didn't like that promo at all. I didn't like that at all. He just kept going on and on and on. I'm like, please, somebody come out.
Talking with that nasally cadence.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's worse than Shane McMahon's.
He said, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, he approached them the first time. They couldn't be bought. And then they went and lost to Undisputed Era. And all of a sudden they were like, name your price. I'm like, what the?
Is that easy?
Happened? Yeah. You just sat here touting it like it was something special. Like, these two could not be bought. These two men are men of honor and pride. And they couldn't be bought. I tried and they could be bought. And they lost one match. And that's all it took. And they were like, so what about that money you were talking about?
Them Benjamins.
About that.
Right.
We'd like to reconsider. Just like, what? That's all it takes? Okay.
So this is the group that's going to take on Undisputed?
They're like, we're the new kings. We're the new kings. I was like, do not try to sell me like this is going to be the big new faction that's going to replace Undisputed Era. Please. You calm down, Pat. Calm down. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It happened. We're the new kings. We're running this place.
I'm done. I can't do that, Pat. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care. If that works for y'all, that you did awesome in this Adam Cole, match, selling and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
greatest debut of all time.
But this shit, nah, bro.
He's selling, man. He is really.
But bro, you know what this leading to, though, right?
What, a rematch?
No, War Games.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
How can you not see that, man? You know what month we're in. Come on. 4-4. Usually Undisputed is in every War Games match,
right.
and they've lost the last two, so they're overdue for a comeuppance for a War Games win. It'll be against Pat McAfee and his.
That hurts my brain. What a waste of a!
I can't believe you didn't see this.
I wasn't even thinking about War Games. War Games wasn't even on my mind yet. I'm still Halloween Havoc. We're having fun. It's cool. Shotzi Blackheart. We're having fun. It's cool. And then I'm like, it's just like a light bulb. I was like, you're right. That's going to be the men's War Games match. It's going to be Pat McAfee's crew. Yep. Now it's not Corbin anymore. It's McAfee's crew versus Undisputed Era. And Pete Dunne.
Let's call it the McAfee crew and Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne is not he's not the crew. He's not part of the group.
Not the crew. Please, no, don't. If he calls him like best in the world or do something like that, like some Drew McIntyre, Shane McMahon shit, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna rant. Like, really, NXT, this is what we're doing now? No, this is not gonna help you beat AEW in the ratings. Pat McAfee is not gonna do it. And having Pete Dunne be a subordinate to Pat McAfee. That better not happen.
Oh, that's funny. Now that's funny.
Right.
If I see that shit, if Pat McAfee is giving orders and then Pete Dunne is willingly taking them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. I'll do it, sir.
Pat McAfee yelled at him. What are you doing? You do it like this. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Sorry. You're right.
You are my tribal chief. You are my tribal chief.
I understand now. I'm with you, Pat McAfee. I'm with you.
Oh, man. That would be the worst. That would hurt my feelings, bro. Like, you guys you seeing this? What's Pete Dunne doing?
You're Pete Dunne. What? No. I will be upset. I will be so upset, man. Please, NXT, Mr. Regal, Mr. Helmsley, do not. I get it. McAfee, he's got that, the ESPN connection, NFL connection. Cool. But no one gives a fuck. Just let it go. Let it go. Us wrestling fans, we don't care. Come on, man.
Yes, I don't care. My buddy Hafiz don't care. We do not care. I'm sorry. I don't care about McAfee.
I saw him on the screen. I was like, ruining it. Just
that ruined my night when I found out who's this mystery wrestler, like taking out these people, and then I found when you see Danny Burch and Orny Lurkin, I'm like, okay, that's cool, but then it was like, no.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens this coming week, man. I don't know. This is just
Adam Cole needs to respond strong. I think he hasn't been on the show for the past 3 weeks.
He's been quiet. He's been off the show.
Yeah. I know Kyle O'Reilly's been filling in that role. He's been a great second in command. So he's been great. Yeah, he's definitely been stepping up in that aspect, in that leadership role. So I love that. But I need Adam Cole. I need you, buddy, to respond in kind. You need to kick off a believable promo. Don't not too believable. Say, I'm gonna make you my bitch. No, not that.
No. We're not believing that anymore.
No. If you just say we're gonna destroy y'all, destroy. I'm cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Beat y'all ass. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Well, at least this time too, it would be more believable, right? Because you got Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch. Those three alone, Pat McAfee could just go hide in the corner and let them do work, and it's going to be, a challenging matchup for Undisputed. So I can understand that. One-on-one, Pat McAfee versus any member, Bobby Fish maybe. You can get Bobby Fish. But the rest of them, I'm sorry, man. It's Bobby Fish. I'm sorry. I think he could get Bobby Fish.
Man,
I think you pin him. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm gonna go that
Anybody else? Roddy? No, he's getting his back broken. Right. Kyle O'Reilly, he's tapping out. And Adam Cole, it should have been just pure domination. Come on. Longest reigning NXT champion of all time. No, you get 5 minutes. 5 minutes with the champ, and that's it. This man got like 25.
Can't believe
Let's move on from this, man.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
We'll table that discussion. We got to come back to that later.
Yeah, that'll be an ongoing discussion whether we like it or not on this show. But something that we definitely do like talking about on this show are these two women here. Rhea Ripley, Raquel Gonzalez, going out there, giving us a great matchup. You could argue this is match of the night, definitely, just the way that they went at it, back and forth, power wrestling from these two strong female competitors. And man, the only thing with this one for me is, as big of a Rhea Ripley fan as I am, I love Rhea Ripley. I was rooting for Raquel Gonzalez to get the win. I was rooting for her to get the win. I can't lie. I'm watching it and I'm saying to myself, but in a way I'm like, I don't want Raquel Gonzalez to win. Yeah. Like, come on, Raquel.
Because she came out. She wanted that smoke, bro. She wanted all the smoke from Rhea, bro. And then some.
Man. I was a little mad even, too, that during the entrances, so they showed Rhea Ripley's full entrance, but then Raquel Gonzalez's entrance got cut off in the beginning. Like, I want to see the full entrance with her own music. She's not coming out with Dakota Kai's music. She's got her own music. I want to see that. I want to, let's push Raquel Gonzalez. She deserves that. The Dakota Kai thing was cool to get people to get to know her, just kind of like Wardlow and MJF, over on AEW, you got the bodyguard, the Shawn Michaels Diesel dynamic. Cool, that's fine. But then now she's getting to a point where we see her more than we see Dakota Kai. Like on their tag matches, it's Raquel Gonzalez. She's the one that stands out.
Her stock is even higher than Dakota Kai, man. I gotta say that, it's
that's real,
right? Because I love everything about that match. I love my heavyweight match, and then for this to be a heavyweight in the women's division was all that and then some, man. Just two powerhouses, two pit bulls, just not backing down from each other. Like Rhea was getting dominated at one point. Then Raquel was getting dominated at one point, man. It was just all over. And I will give it match of the night, bro. I'll give it that.
When have you ever seen Rhea Ripley get tossed around like this? There's no one that could even do that to her,
man.
So this was amazing. Like she was the smaller of the two in the ring. Like she was Raquel Gonzalez was the bigger, the more powerful wrestler in there with Rhea Ripley. That's
because I think she's 6'1" and Rhea's 5'11", 5'10" or 5'11".
You could see it. You could see that height difference, the size difference. Yeah, definitely. So man, great match. I mean, there's not a loser in this, but damn, I wish they would have just flipped it and had Raquel Gonzalez win this matchup. Maybe we get a return match Maybe we get a takeover matchup between these two. Who knows? But I feel like
I think we get more matches out of them, though. I think we need a series of matches. They're not done with this rivalry. I could think Raquel Gonzalez will come back and will come back and still want to go another round with Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. I want to see that. I want to see them continue this for sure. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, just great matchup from both these women. I would say, arguably match of the night. There was some great. Johnny and Damien Priest was awesome. The entrance and everything, and just the match itself was back and forth, and I loved it. But this one here, there was something like it was clean, and they just went at it, and they just tore the house, and they threw each other around. And I was like, I don't know how this is going to go. I was rooting for Raquel, but I didn't know how it was going to go. Rhea gets the win. Holy shit. All right. Just round of applause. Great matchup. I had the best feeling about this matchup overall. I'm wearing the Johnny Champion t-shirt, but I had the best feeling with this matchup, though, I would say, overall.
I think you hit it right on the head when you said it was, this was like a clean or pure match. That's what it was. It just came down between these two, no outside interference at all. It was just
that puts it over
it was
the
just
top.
about I'm better than you. That's all it was. And sometimes that's all it takes for for a story, just to be that simple.
Mm-hmm. Don't overthink it. Don't overproduce it.
I don't
the outside
like you.
elements.
You don't like me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. I agree. So great matchup. I think it's a consensus from the two of us. Definitely, this is our match of the night. So we'll just go ahead and stamp that right now. Rhea Ripley, Raquel Gonzalez, match of the night. Great matchup, ladies. That was awesome. And speaking of the ladies, they weren't done there. Io Shirai, Candice LeRae. Main event, spin the wheel, make a deal. Oh, I had to throw the howl in there.
Yeah, you got to, man.
When Shotzi did spin the wheel, it landed on tables, ladders, and scares. So that was the matchup.
I got called bullshit on the wheel, though.
It's rigged. Oh, it's totally rigged.
Yeah.
Having fun with it.
The times it kind of
they were ready for it.
Right. How did it just stop right there? It's supposed to slow down, and it did it slowly.
Yeah.
It was it slowed down just right there. I'm like,
I've seen Price is Right. I know how those wheels are supposed to go. When you spin that wheel, tick, 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 tick. Like it takes more time. Right. That thing went tick up. It's like a magnet. Just
like tick, tick, tick. There we go.
What kind of stop is that?
Yeah.
Who's back there holding that? Rigged.
Shotzi, you doing something back there? I don't know.
I was surprised we didn't get Shotzi's choice. When I saw that on there, I'm like, ooh, Shotzi's choice is going to get picked. Yeah. I was curious if they were going to use it, but they didn't. So they're trying to make us think like, oh, yeah, it's not predictable because that didn't happen. And you guys set that up, but it's fine. So yeah, man, what were your thoughts on this main event match, man? What'd you think?
Oh man, these ladies tore the roof off, man. This was action packed. Candice LeRae, Io Shirai getting it in, tables, ladders, and scares match. Very violent. The reason why I like this match because it was set up from Johnny Gargano and Damien Priest match. That's what I loved about it, man, because it made you think, okay, since Johnny Gargano won, now, all right, all the pressure's on Candice LeRae. She gotta get it, right? She gotta get it, and then they kind of set it up towards the end when they had the mystery person. Maybe it's Indy
Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell.
Yeah.
But it looked like a dude, though.
Yeah, but I think they did that on purpose. They're trying to throw us off, but it's
okay.
It's her.
Okay. Yeah. So she was helping her out. She put Candice LeRae on the top of her shoulders, and I'm like, oh man, she's about to go get it. She's getting there, and then she got knocked out by Io Shirai. Got kicked off the ladder, and then Io Shirai won. I was like, okay. I was surprised by that. I was very surprised that Io Shirai, came out as champion. I thought Candice LeRae was going to get it, man. When Johnny Gargano won, though.
Yeah, I was heartbroken. I wanted the Gargano family prophecy to happen.
Power faction.
Man, Johnny won. I was like, all right, you know what? Let's do it. Let's make this happen. And it was following the same pattern. You had Io Shirai come out with Poppy, just like you had Damien Priest have his musical, live performance. So it was following certain similar things. Of course, the spin the wheel, make a deal. It was that too. But as you think about it, it's like, man, for both of them to have the same thing, like if I don't know, it just would have felt, even though I wanted it to happen, it did feel like it'd be a little weird if both of them won that matchup, because the way it was set up, it was like, oh, with this spin the wheel, make a deal with Shotzi, this is like the odds are against them.
Yeah.
So if both of them win, and be like, I thought the odds were supposed to be against them, and they both won. So it's fine. I get it. You gave us one, and then you had Shotzi go in there and stop the, Indy Hartwell basically from helping Candice get the belt. So, that kind of turned the tide in the favor of Io Shirai. So I think, it was heartbreaking because I want this for Candice. And at this point, it's like, man, they've already fought twice. Io Shirai beat her twice. So
they're setting up a third.
But it's hard though. Like it's almost like well, I don't want to get into spoiler territory yet, but like Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, I beat you twice. This should be over. We're gonna do the third one, and
that makes sense for Randy's point of view because he's a 20-year veteran. He's 13-time, 14-time now champion, so he has every right. He has every royal right to get command a championship match. Candice LeRae, I don't know what can you come to to William Regal. You gotta state your case.
I'm Candice LeRae. I don't ask. I am handed it to. Wait, no, that don't even sound right. No, Candice, no, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Yeah, it's got to be like I don't know, man. I mean, she won a number one contendership like battle royal, fatal 4-way to get into this in the first place, right? Like that's how she got the matchup in the very
battle royal.
I think the very first one. Yeah.
So
I don't know how you do this. Like they kind of put themselves writing wise in a tough spot. I think, how do you, unless you just move on, really, like, do you just have Rhea Ripley get the next shot and just wait, just hold off on Candice, Candice feud with somebody else?
We put it on hold right now and just rock it with Johnny, just let him lead the power couple faction
that doesn't feel right. I think it's got to be like Johnny's got to do something. Johnny's got to be annoyed and frustrated for Candice.
I think because they're husband and wife and they play off each other so well. He loves his wife so wholeheartedly, man. So he's gonna be annoyed by it. Like, no, this is not right. This is not fair. I'm gonna go to William Regal's office. I'm gonna demand a match for you.
And I think what has to happen is, okay, Johnny, she gets one last chance, but you have to put your title on the line too. Like something like that. Like he's got to put up his belt as collateral to get Candice her matchup too. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Ooh. You want this title
maybe
match.
Yeah, because you gotta
it
put
just feels
in the game
wrong
that. Yeah. And I guess too, let's think about it. So let's say they do find out a creative way to do this. In a way, it's kind of great for Candice because it'll make like her championship matchup stand out a little bit more versus just being combined with, okay, Johnny and her both won on the same night. To have her pick up her first title victory, outside of Johnny claiming a championship too in the same night. I don't know. I feel like maybe it makes it a little bit more special for Candice having it that, potentially at their next, pay-per-view, at the next takeover, let's say, Candice wins the title and it's like, okay, great job, Candice. Like this one was for Johnny, Halloween Havoc, cool. The next time, takeover, whatever that they do, that one is the one Candice gets it. Then Candice gets the kudos she deserves. But we'll see, man. I don't know. This is gonna be interesting to see how they play this one. How they book this one.
Because Takeover War Games is right around the corner, so they don't have that much. They don't have that much time to build.
3 weeks because Survivor is usually the same weekend Survivor Series.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah, man, we'll see. Yeah, I mean that is pretty much it. There was one other thing. Tommaso Ciampa, had a promo, basically just kind of like, what was it? He was calling, what did he say? Because I saw him briefly on my screen just now.
I'm paraphrasing here. Basically, he's going to beat the shit out of the Velveteen Dream.
Oh, it was Velveteen Dream. That's right. That's
basically what it was.
Yeah.
Nothing but a serious ass threat. That's what it was.
Yeah, man.
I was like,
it's interesting though. Like as great as that matchup could be, I'm not really excited about that, and I don't know why. Like I feel like, well, for one, Velveteen Dream right now, like he's just lost a lot of momentum. So and there's the outside of the ring stuff too that is still kind of like it's like a cloud around him, right now. So I mean, we'll see, how that goes going forward, but. Just even looking at it from a wrestling standpoint, I don't know. Like, I love Tommaso Ciampa. And I think, this version of Tommaso Ciampa is the best version of him. But I want like a story like they did before with him.
You feel like he's in a holding spot right now?
Yeah. Like he had that opportunity for the championship, lost, and then it just seems like he's just there. Like, he fought Jake Atlas, beat him down. Okay. What else? There was another matchup he had. I just feel like he's just kind of he's on the show. He's doing his thing. Yeah, that's right. And that match didn't end. Velveteen Dream, got involved, and did his thing. But I don't know. I'm just not. I feel like there's, like you said, it's kind of in a holding pattern right now with Tommaso and with Velveteen Dream. It's like, he's just trying to entertain, and kind of make people look the other way for a little bit right now with the other things going on.
So high right now, man.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like for one, Velveteen Dream should just kind of be, I don't know, maybe off television for a while, and let's actually get some closure to what you got going on outside of the ring, one way or another. Mm-hmm. Do that. For Tommaso Ciampa, get him a storyline. Let's say him and Kushida.
I was just about to say that, man, because I was actually enjoying the first match when what they had. I was like, man, this is actually pretty good, intense match. I would like to see like a good rivalry out of these two.
Let's do that.
Yeah,
especially with Kushida's more intense side on the show. Yeah, let's do that. But it's getting interrupted here, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, man, just wanted to bring that up because I saw that. I was like, it's worth bringing up on here just to see how we both felt about that. So
you think him with working with Velveteen Dream, you think that's going to actually even help him out? Help his stock?
Help out who?
Tommaso Ciampa.
Nah. I don't think it does anything for Tommaso Ciampa. Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't think it does anything for either guy. Mm-hmm. I feel like right now, this is kind of like if we make the joke about canon and not canon. I feel like this feels like an extra, like a non-canon storyline that's happening right now. Like this is not even going to matter.
Yeah,
like we got these two guys. They're just having a matchup. Okay, cool. They got this quick rivalry. Done. Move on, kind of thing. I don't feel like it actually means anything. So,
because it was crazy because I remember seeing the promo. The reason why Tommaso Ciampa got upset, you see him in his room and he's watching the replay of how Velveteen Dream just kind of interfered, and all he said, he was like, got up real quick. He was like, okay, he's dead, and that was it. I was like, okay, well, I guess he's dead, and it was just that was it, man. So
yeah,
to me, it just felt kind of empty from that point.
Yeah, I don't know. They gotta do more with the booking there to get me more invested. But not really feeling that. Oh, before we close this out too, I gotta mention. Oh man, what's the new NXT announcer's name?
Vic Joseph.
Yeah. His Where's Waldo costume.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That caught me off guard. And I love Wade Barrett facial expression. He was just looking at him like just disgusting. He's like, what are you wearing?
But what was silly though about it was that they were sitting next to each other the whole time.
Yeah, that's not it.
That scene, I'm like, you've been sitting with him all this time. But when the camera's at you, you try to act like it's the first time
looking at him. He was like,
what are you wearing? It's like, bro, we called in the entire first match. Like, what are you talking about? What am I wearing? But it caught me off guard though, because I didn't, they're just showing the match, it's happening.
Yeah.
In the background, I'm like, who is that? It's like Waldo. He looks exactly like him. The costume was perfect.
Did. Oh yeah.
And it kind of creeped me out a little bit. I was like, wow, there he is. Like,
that's Waldo right there, man.
Waldo, yeah.
Same body type, just skinny with the hat.
Yeah. But it's funny because, he's like, you challenged me to a costume contest. He's like, where's your costume? And he's like, I am in costume. I'm Bad News Barrett, and I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. I was like, oh, and I don't know. I love when Wade Barrett does it. I feel like we haven't gotten that since he came back.
Oh,
and so when he did that, when he cut that line, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I was like, yes, Wade, do that more. And he had the gavel and everything. I'm like, it's a nice callback, man. I love that. I love that. So it was a fun night. Definitely Halloween Havoc. I'd love to see this happen again. Make it an annual event for NXT. I love it. Shotzi Blackheart, this is her pay-per-view now. Make her the host or give her a championship match at the show. Do something. I'd definitely love to see that again. Or see her be a part of it again. And yeah, just the matches, solid all around. For me, I'll just go straight into letter grades. I'll give this one a solid, I'll say a B+, a B+, somewhere in that range. I feel like, it's the misses should have been a takeover, should have been a pay-per-view kind of show without the commercials. So that took away a little bit. Pat McAfee being there, you could have done without that, but whatever. I see what you're trying to do. But the matches, man, the matches were solid. Johnny Gargano, Damien Priest, that entrance for Damien Priest was awesome. He looked like $1 million in the match. Johnny Gargano won the championship. Back the first ever 2-time NXT North American champion.
Right.
Awesome.
That's right.
So great for Johnny Champion. Awesome. Santos Escobar, Jake Atlas. We'll skip past that because paper champion as he is right now in my book. I'm sorry. Jordan Devlin, all the respect to you, sir. You won me over with that promo. So yes, you are the true champion. Santos, you need to retort. So
I gotta watch
Dexter
this
Lewis,
promo.
Cameron Grimes. Yeah, Dexter Lewis, Cameron Grimes, Haunted House of Terror match. Cinematic Wrestling is back and now in NXT. So, but that one was okay.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, match of the night: Rhea Ripley, Raquel Gonzalez. Definitely A+ matchup. Great job. I wish it would have been the other way around in terms of who won the matchup, but I love Rhea as well, so I'm happy that she got a win. And they both look dominant. No one loses in that match, so great job. Io Shirai, Candice LeRae. Again, heartbroken. Candice LeRae does not finish the Gargano prophecy to make them the first ever husband and wife championship couple holding the belts at the same time, but it will happen. You throw it out there, eventually it happens. So I just got to be patient. And for Io Shirai, hey man, she's still champion. I can't be mad at that. I love Io Shirai, so it was great seeing her, still be champion, and we'll see what the future holds for her. So yeah, definitely, I give this. I would say a B+, just a solid B+. Where
solid B+. I'll just give it a B, just a B. Okay. It could have been a B+, but Pat McAfee brought it down to a B. It's almost a B-. I can take it down to a B-. Pat McAfee was
feeling a certain type of way.
Cadence, I didn't care for that promo. Him trying to sell me on this new faction. I'm like, okay, whatever. Him with the additional Pete Dunne. I'm like, okay. But I enjoyed the first match. Love Johnny Gargano and Damien Priest. Devil's Playground match. Johnny Gargano, he's champion. I give him props. I love a cocky champion, so that's why I'm praising Johnny. Hopefully, your wife, Candice, will bring that gold and we can get the power couple, championship that we all want so badly. Love I'll say love. I was entertained by the Dexter Lumis and Cameron Grimes match. Definitely had me laughing. I'm glad we broke it down because they could have hit us with a different side, more of a Dexter Lumis personality instead of just, not a supernatural, more of a haunted house type of feel to it. But we get it. It's Halloween. Love the Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez match. That was my match of the night. Just two heavyweights going at it, two powerhouses. Love these ladies, man. They just, both of them just scream out dominance from each other. So I definitely love that. Io Shirai, Candice LeRae, another hard-hitting match, table ladders and scare match. Oh, my. Candice LeRae, when you thought she would get it, but we were swerved by Io Shirai winning. But I'm cool with that. But I guess the power couple, like I said, the power couple faction of them getting the belts is on slightly on hold right now, but we will see. There is another time for it.
Yeah, man. I mean, so officially now, where were you at
Solid
with this?
B.
B or B minus?
B. I'll give it a B.
You got a B?
Yeah. Give it a B.
All right.
I almost want to give it a B minus just because of Pat McAfee. Fuck it. B minus. B minus. B minus. Yeah. Pat McAfee. That's how you make me feel. B minus.
Oh, man. So officially B plus from me, B minus from Devin. So that's where we stand with Halloween Havoc. So we are done with that. So, but before we call this a show, Devin, tell the people where they can catch us.
Yes, all the time. So you can always follow us on Facebook, which we are streaming live right now. So we are streaming live for the first time, live. Testing out the ground. So, hey, what's up? We see you. What's up, Facebook group? What's up, Clark Street community? What's up, Top Rope? I know I tagged these guys, so I think they did come in and see and chimed in. So what's up? Thank you, guys. So just follow us. You can always follow us on Instagram as well. That's Clark_Street_Wrestling. Follow us on our Twitter page. Twitter page has been growing. I think we're at 270 followers right now. So that's going crazy. So thank you for that. You know, I can't wait for us to hit that, crack that 300. That's going to be great, and go for that 500 followers. So can't wait for that. And you can always follow us too. I can't forget it. TikTok. Yes.
TikTok.
Yes. This massive beast. And now we're closing in on 700 followers on the TikTok page. Like I said, it is growing. And yes, my daughters stay hating. Stay hating. You know what? I got to put a special shout out to a very special person, my oldest daughter, who has a TikTok page called It's Tia. And she has 29,000 followers, I believe.
Wow.
So yeah. And just to let you know, she is not one of my daughters that's hating. All right.
Okay.
She's not.
That's fair.
She supports her dad, you know. So that's my oldest right there. All right. I love you. All right.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you can always listen to us on any major podcast platform. We're on Amazon right now. We're on Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, iHeart. We have over 150 plus episodes in that library, closing in on our 2-year anniversary too. So we got a lot of stuff in the treasure chest to check out for your listening pleasure.
Yes, sir. And with that said, that is going to do it for this episode, this NXT Halloween Havoc recap show. For Devin, I'm Hafiz. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast.